Let's get started then. First, I'd like to welcome you to Ferrilli's next segment of Tech Talk Tuesday. I'm Joseph Cummings, and I'll be talking today with you about marketing automation. Today's presentation will provide a high-level view of marketing automation and the benefits of using automation in your overall marketing efforts. So let's get started. Okay, today's agenda. First, we're going to start by taking a look at defining what marketing automation is. We'll review its benefits, take a look at some of the processes that can be automated, and discuss tracking and data collection. The overall goal of marketing automation is to increase lead generation and convert more leads into enrolled students. And so marketing automation becomes a strategy to use technology to process repetitive tasks that are routinely performed by multiple individuals during a marketing campaign. In higher education, where we know that resources are often limited, automation does not necessarily replace enrollment councils or fundraising staff. Instead, automation of certain tasks can be supported both by teams freeing up their time to focus on the follow-up and personal conversations that we know ultimately lead to increased enrollment and donations. But we'll talk more about that later. So, what are the benefits of automation? First, you can coordinate all digital activities harmoniously. Social media and blog posts, along with email and text campaigns, can be scheduled in advance. This takes the guesswork out of daily planning and eliminates the potential for delays, often created by missed deadlines due to staff juggling multiple projects. Automation reduces the staff size for repetitive work. And with email tracks and drip campaigns built in advance, associated workflows can be initiated as soon as certain conditions are met. Messaging can be tailored based on responses on data form submissions and actions taken when an individual opens an email and clicks through a specific link or even visits a particular page on the school's website. In terms of staffing, a small dedicated team can usually manage all of the moving parts, while others can focus on additional recruitment or fundraising activities. And when I think of brand integrity and uniform messaging, I'm always reminded of the proverb, "Too many cooks spoil the broth." In higher education, as in other institutions, this often happens when email campaigns and outreach efforts are not coordinated effectively. The centralized approach of automation creates an opportunity to review and ensure the messaging is clear and consistent for the various stages of lead development and conversion. And finally, we can't forget cost control. I haven't worked with an institution yet that is not concerned with managing expenses. And with marketing automation added to your arsenal, savings can be achieved in several ways. First, choosing the right platform to meet your needs is key. Are you running multiple systems, one for social media, another for fundraising, perhaps a different one for potential leads, or even multiple systems sometimes for different applicant groups like graduate students versus undergrad? Choosing the right platform can address most, if not all, of these needs and still at a fraction of the cost of some traditional advertising expenses. In some cases, the elimination of one or two billboard advertisements or a reduction in some print materials can offset, if not completely fund, your marketing automation. Finally, data collection. Data collection is streamlined when all of your activities are developed within less reporting systems. So let's take a look now at some of the strategies that can be used within marketing automation. Landing pages. Landing pages are web pages created for digital advertising and email campaigns. When an individual clicks on a social media or web-based ad, it typically directs the person to a page that provides a call to action, like completing a form or registering for an event. Landing pages contain tracking code that allows an organization to determine the effectiveness of its marketing activities. Forms are uniquely important in helping the organization to identify the potential leads so that the future communications are specific to the individual lead. Forms can be built on a website or directly used in landing pages. Emails. Email is the next phase of marketing automation. Once you have an email address for a lead, you have the opportunity to add your leads to all sorts of email communications. Depending on what additional data you have on your leads, you can create drip campaigns and dynamic content emails tailored to the individual's interests. Emails can contain additional calls to action and are also tracked like landing pages. Drip campaigns are essentially a series of emails built in a workflow. They can be as simple as a 4 to 5 email series or as sophisticated as you like to get with the inclusion of downloadable e-view books, media, and links to other important pages. Dynamic content. Dynamic content is a web content that changes based on an individual's preferences, interests, or behaviors in response to form completions, click-throughs, and website interaction. This is the cool and sophisticated work that really helps to automate and segment the population for appropriate messaging and follow-up. We've all visited a website and clicked on a link or a page, and then at some future date, we receive an email or get served an ad that is completely in line with our previous searches or web visits. This strategy can be incorporated into emails and landing pages as well as the website itself, depending on what level of integration you have between your website and between your marketing automation platform that you use. Now, social media. Social media is when it comes to marketing and advertising, you're actually meeting the leads where they are, and that's social media. Serving ads as well as posts within links to landing pages is probably the most effective way in cultivating your leads. We like to say that college counselors are reviewing applicants' social media accounts, and you hear more of that these days. But we can't forget that the students and the applicants and the parents are doing the same thing. And having a well-organized and social media campaign, consistent posts, helps create the energy needed for lead generation. While it's not necessarily the tool in which the student uses to complete an application for college, it's certainly the tool that gets them to all of the other areas and creates the energy and buzz that we need to have them want to continue the conversation with the college. Tracking and reporting. If you track it, you can report it. And this is really where all the magic happens. The coolest thing about marketing automation is that once you've identified a lead by their email account, you may have an individual that for the past 2 or 3 months has either responded to an ad, never completed a form, they've visited your website, you don't know really who they are, what's going on. But once you make that connection through marketing automation and collect an email address, all the dots and all the pieces of the puzzle come together, and suddenly you've got the life of the lead. With their, I apologize. Tracking allows you to connect all of the dots so that you can report on all their interactions, and it provides the best picture in developing the enrollment model that has been difficult to do in the past. Marketing automation map gives you a sense of all the different things that one can do with marketing automation. From everything from paid search to landing pages, campaigns, blogging, analytics, forms, and so on. You can pull all of your information together in one location and begin to paint the picture of what the behavior is of your students, and it helps you to better realize which programs and which campaigns are working most effectively for you. It gives you an opportunity in the mix to decide where you might want to refocus or retarget or put additional resources based on the results of how people are responding throughout your campaigns. Now, this was a short presentation today, but what we'd like to do in the future is dive into each and every one of these individual components with some demos and some samples on how these pieces come together. And for now, this is our information on how you can reach out to Ferrilli if you have any questions about marketing automation and how Ferrilli can help you meet your enrollment goals, or if there's any other projects that we can help you with, this is our information. Happy Fat Tuesday. Hope everybody has a great day. And my name is Joe Cummings. Thank you for joining us today.